Luther Ronzoni Vandross Jr., born April 20th, 1951, died July 1st, 2005, was an American soul and R&B singer, songwriter, and record producer. Over his career, he achieved 11 consecutive RIAA-certified platinum albums and sold over 40 million records worldwide. Known as the Velvet Voice, Vandross was recognized by Rolling Stone as one of the 200 greatest singers of all time, 2023, and was named one of the greatest R&B artists by Billboard. NPR also included him among its 50 great voices. He won 8 Grammy Awards, including Song of the Year in 2004 for Dance with My Father. He has been inducted into both the National Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame and the Grammy Hall of Fame. Early life. Luther Ronzoni Vandross Jr. was born on April 20, 1951, in Manhattan, New York City, the youngest of 4 children. His father, Luther Sr., an upholsterer who loved singing, passed away when Vandross was 8, deeply affecting him. His mother, Mary Ida, was a nurse. Raised in a musical household, Vandross showed early talent, teaching himself piano by ear at 3. After moving to the Bronx at 9, his sisters, Patricia and Ann, introduced him to legendary artists. He attended William Howard Taft High School before briefly enrolling at Western Michigan University, but he dropped out to pursue music, ultimately becoming an R&B and soul legend. Personal life. Vandross never married and had no children. His mother outlived all of her 4 children, and his 3 elder siblings, along with his father, all predeceased him due to diabetes and asthma. Net worth. Luther Vandross was an American singer-songwriter and record producer who had a net worth of $40 million. Career. Luther Vandross's love for music started early. While in high school, his passion for R&B led him to found the first ever Patti LaBelle fan club, serving as its president. Even as a teenager, he showed a deep appreciation for powerful voices, something that would later define his career. Alongside this, he performed with a group called Shades of Jade, even getting the chance to play at the famous Apollo Theater. His early exposure to the music scene continued when he joined the workshop Listen My Brother, through which he performed at the Harlem Cultural Festival in 1969. That same year, he made appearances in the pilot episode and other episodes of Sesame Street, unknowingly taking his first steps toward stardom. The 1970s saw Vandross immersed in the industry as a session singer and songwriter. His talent as a background vocalist led him to work with some of the biggest names in music. In 1974, his song Funky Music, Is a Part of Me, was rewritten as Fascination and featured on Bowie's Young Americans album. Bowie was so impressed with Vandross that he invited him to join his tour as a backing vocalist. Vandross was also gaining recognition as a songwriter, penning Everybody Rejoice / A Brand New Day for the Broadway musical The Wiz. Despite his success behind the scenes, his attempt to break out as a solo artist struggled. He formed the group Luther in the late 1970s, but their albums failed commercially. Determined to control his career, he bought back the rights to those records, preventing them from being re-released until decades later. Everything changed in the 1980s when Vandross became the lead singer for the studio band Change, created by producer Jacques-Fred Petrus. Songs like The Glow of Love and Searching showcased his soulful voice, earning him widespread acclaim. With newfound confidence, he pursued a solo career, signing with Epic Records in 1981. His debut album, Never Too Much, was a massive success, featuring the hit title track and a heartfelt rendition of A House Is Not a Home. From this point on, Vandross became an unstoppable force in R&B, releasing hit after hit throughout the decade. He collaborated with legends like Aretha Franklin and Dionne Warwick, while also making a name for himself as a producer. The 1990s brought even more accolades. Vandross won multiple Grammy Awards, including Best R&B Song for Power of Love / Love Power. He recorded duets with Mariah Carey, Endless Love, and Janet Jackson, The Best Things in Life Are Free, expanding his influence beyond R&B into pop music. Even Hollywood took notice, with Vandross making a cameo in The Meteor Man. As the 2000s arrived, Vandross was still at the top of his game. In 2003, he released Dance with My Father, an album deeply personal to him, inspired by childhood memories with his late father. The title track became one of his most beloved songs, earning him a Grammy for Song of the Year. However, tragedy struck later that year when Vandross suffered a severe stroke. Though he fought hard to recover, health problems and death. In 2003, Luther Vandross suffered a severe stroke at his home in New York City, leaving him in a coma for nearly 2 months. The stroke severely impacted his ability to speak and sing, and he initially required a wheelchair, though he later regained the ability to walk. Despite his health struggles, Vandross made a heartfelt appearance at the 2004 Grammy Awards through a pre-recorded video, accepting the Song of the Year award for Dance with My Father. In an emotional moment, he reassured fans, "When I say goodbye, it's never for long, because I believe in the power of love," singing the last 6 words. His mother, Mary Vandross, accepted the award on his behalf in person. His final public appearance came on The Oprah Winfrey Show on May 6, 2004. On July 1, 2005, Vandross passed away at the age of 54 due to complications from the stroke. His funeral, held on July 8 at Riverside Church in New York City, was attended by music legends who paid tribute to his incredible legacy. He was laid to rest at George Washington Memorial Park in Paramus, New Jersey, leaving behind a musical legacy that continues to inspire generations. Possessing a tenor vocal range, Vandross was commonly referred to as the Velvet Voice and was sometimes called the best voice of a generation. He was also regarded as the Pavarotti of pop by many critics. Legacy. Vandross has been cited as an inspiration by a number of other artists. In 2008, Vandross was ranked number 54 on Rolling Stone magazine's list of 100 greatest singers of all time. Mariah Carey stated in several interviews that standing next to Vandross while recording their duet Endless Love was intimidating. In 2010, NPR included Vandross in its 50 greatest voices in recorded history, saying Vandross represents the platinum standard for R&B song stylings. The announcement was made on NPR's All Things Considered on November 29, 2010. His passing, Vandross's legacy continued. Posthumous releases introduced his music to new generations, while his influence on R&B and soul remained undeniable. His smooth, emotional vocals and timeless ballads ensured that his name would forever be remembered as one of the greatest voices in music history.